How astonished were Tiankun and Luo upon learning of Han Li's extraordinary strength. When Tiankun and Luo first learned that Han Li had condensed his nascent soul at the age of over 200, the shock was like a thunderbolt, leaving them reeling for a long time. It should be known that in the cultivation world of Tianan, it was already rare for ordinary cultivators to achieve nascent soul status at 400 or 500 years old. Han Li not only broke through to this realm as a rogue cultivator, but also achieved it at such a young age. His potential was simply unfathomable. The two exchanged silent glances, already understanding in their hearts, if this junior brother Han hadn't perished prematurely, he would undoubtedly become a powerful old demon, or a founding patriarch of a sect. However, this was only the beginning of their astonishment. On their way to Tiantian City to attend the trade fair, Luo and Han Li encountered the mid-nascent soul stage cultivator, Marquis Nalong. This long-established old monster keenly sensed Han Li's exceptionally strong divine sense, and actually challenged him to a duel. Han Li, always low-key, initially intended to decline, but the Marquis of Nalong, relying on his superior cultivation, made the unreasonable demand to exchange 2 of Han Li's concubines for Mu Piling, a disciple of Han Li. This proposal, seemingly a transaction, was in reality a profound insult to Han Li. Surprisingly, Han Li immediately agreed to the contest. Luo, standing nearby, was extremely anxious. He knew the vast difference between the early and middle stages of the nascent soul realm. Before leaving, his senior brother, Cheng Tiankun, had specifically instructed him to take good care of Han Li. How could he explain to his senior brother if anything happened to him? Faced with the powerful Marquis of Nalong, Luo didn't even have the right to interrupt. He could only secretly transmit a message to Han Li. If he was no match, he should immediately concede, and he would intervene. The contest began, and to Luo's astonishment, Han Li's spiritual sense was evenly matched with the Marquis of Nanlong's. The two invisible forces intertwined and collided in the air, causing the surrounding spiritual energy to surge. Watching the battle, Luo was utterly shocked. Where was the spiritual power expected of a cultivator newly entering the nascent soul stage? Even more astonishing was Han Li's ability to manifest spiritual energy, a technique typically only mastered by mid to late nascent soul cultivators. The match ended in a draw, and the Marquis of Nalong left dejectedly. Luo remained unsettled for a long time, repeatedly pondering the situation, ultimately attributing it all to Han Li's cultivation of a rare spiritual technique. However, he never imagined that this was merely the tip of the iceberg of Han Li's strength. The real shock followed. In the battle at Huanglong Mountain, Han Li's performance completely overturned Tiankun and Luo's understanding. Facing the infamous evil cultivator Tiankun, Han Li unleashed a deadly attack, instantly killing him and even preventing his nascent soul from escaping. This battle made Han Li's name known throughout the Tian and cultivation world. And in the subsequent battle at Mulan, Han Li further cemented his formidable reputation. On the battlefield, he was like a god of war descended upon the world, invincible and repeatedly inflicting heavy losses on the nascent soul cultivators of Mulan. Some cultivators privately joked that Han Li's actions had made an outstanding contribution to solving the problem of aging nascent soul cultivators in Tianan. Even the personal intervention of a Grand Master of the late nascent soul stage in Mulan could not stop Han Li. Only then did Luo truly realize what an incredible treasure the Luoyuan sect had found. He couldn't wait to send the news back to the sect. Upon learning this, Tiankun sat in meditation in his cave for 3 days, both astonished and overjoyed, unable to contain himself. When Han Li broke through to the late nascent soul stage, his strength had reached an inconceivable level. Renowned nascent soul cultivators such as Miao Hajinren, Jin Laozu, Lu Dao Jixing, and Feng Shi all perished before Han Li. Even the combined efforts of the two great late nascent soul cultivators of Tianan were no match for Han Li. From then on, Han Li's name resounded throughout Tianan, and the prestige of the Luoyuan sect soared accordingly. Cultivators from various sects flocked to pay their respects, providing a continuous stream of resources and leading to a steady rise in the quality of disciples. Under Han Li's protection, the Luoyuan sect rose to become the #1 sect in Tianan, ushering in a prosperous era that lasted for 10,000 years. Tiankun and Luo were always filled with emotion when they recalled their decision to accept Han Li into the sect. They had merely offered the most basic protection when Han Li was just beginning to show his talent, yet they reaped such astonishing rewards. In the secret history of the Luoyuan sect, Tiankun and Luo were revered by later generations as the most insightful founders. Some disciples jokingly said that the two founders were the most successful angel investors in the cultivation world, with an investment return rate that was unprecedented and unparalleled. In his later years, Cheng Tiankun jokingly told Lu Luo, "Back then, we only thought we had taken in a disciple with potential. Who would have thought we had invited back a future Grand Luo Golden Immortal?" Lu Luo deeply agreed, adding, "What's even more remarkable is that junior brother Han is loyal and righteous. Even after his power reached the heavens, he never forgot the sect's kindness. This is our greatest fortune." From the initial, "Don't kill my junior brother Han," to the complete reversal of, "Junior brother Han, please don't kill him anymore." Indeed, in the long history of cultivation, cases like Cheng Tiankun and Lu Luo, where one person's power changed the fate of an entire sect, are extremely rare. Their astonishment began to accumulate from the moment Han Li formed his nascent soul, constantly increasing with each breakthrough of his limits, ultimately transforming into boundless joy and pride. This beautiful story became a legend in the Tianan cultivation world, reminding future cultivators, sometimes, a wise decision, a sincere act, can bring about a foundation of lasting prosperity. The greatest wisdom of Cheng Tiankun and Lu Luo may not lie in their recognition of Han Li's potential, but in their consistent sincerity and respect for this extraordinary junior brother, which led to the legendary glory of the Luoyuan sect for 10,000 years.